Alright, World of Tanks here, and I am driving my Tiger II Tier 8 German heavy tank. No, this is not a T-29 replay, and neither is it a Kamikaze replay. So, anyway, we're on Mountain Pass, and XVM says we have a 45% wind chance. But like I said before, I think when you're sitting around that kind of wind chance, it's pretty much a toss-up. Although you'll notice that we have a couple of lower tier scouts on our side, whereas the enemy actually gets an extra tank destroyer and a tier 7 scout. We'll see how it works out. So I am headed down towards D3, and the idea is that M41 Bulldog that's up there in front of us is going to get some spots at the bad guys as they cross over their area. So I'm going to stop here and give my gun a moment to aim, and I'm going to take a shot. There we go. Let's get into the fixed mode. Take a shot at that T-54 Mod 1, get a good hit on him, and I'm looking at the T-54 now, and I'm trying to line a shot up. Oh, get out of my way, please. And I get a hit. But now, my original plan was to just keep driving south and go down and help the mob down there on the brawling corner. But I was looking at the minimap, and I saw that that M4190 sitting there. That's the Tier 8 Bulldog with the 90mm gun, and he's sitting there, like I said, just on our side of the map. And the only reason he hasn't come tearing around there yet is probably that ELC that's up there, or maybe he's just thinking he can get some spots. I'm just not sure what's going on. So we also have a T. Well, anyway, come around the corner. I was going to go after the Bulldog there, the 4190, but the Challenger presented a much better target. And I ended up killing hitting the Bulldog by accident. I was going for the Challenger. But anyway, we have a T-29 and an AMX back there on the hill behind us, and there's fast fire coming out. So I'm wondering if the T-29 isn't up there because he has the 76mm gun. If he does, oh yeah, that is a very, very rough grind to have. So anyway, going back to this, I'm looking at the mini-map, and I see what's to my left, what's to my right. I don't want to drive across the bridge. Actually, what I was planning to do was trying to get shots on the Super Pershing there down in the valley to the left, but that wild T-29 appears in front of us, along with another 4190. Okay, so I take the hit, and I back up, and I start wiggling, and sure enough, I get a good... Yeah, I get a bounce from the T-29. I bounced another shot from the 1390, so the T-29 is actually timing his shots very well between my reloads. But you'll notice, like I said, I backed up, I wiggled when I had the chance, and then I went ahead and angled my armor. So I don't know what the 4190 back there was thinking, but he just kept pulling out in front of me. Now, I will be more than happy to shoot at him if he keeps pulling out in front of me. Bounce off the Super Pershing, no worries there. But I don't want to go driving forward too fast, and I take a hit from somebody. Probably the possibly the SU-122-54 way out to the east, or sorry, boy, to my southwest. So I see what's going on, and I watched those two light tanks go rushing the T-29, and at the time I was thinking they were okay, but the reason I didn't go help them was that I looked at the mini-map, and I see the T-54 Mod 1, and I see the T-34 coming around. And now I've got to get out there and do something, and I've got to actually help defend the base. So, coming around the corner here, and the Mod 1 does not want to pull out in front of the T-29, and I don't blame him a bit. And then I spot the T-34, and I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to need to work on this guy. So wait for it. I got a shot at his hull, and I bounce. So I start wiggling again, start just moving back and forth, and he donks his shot into the dirt. No problem. All right, let's go ahead and get up here and see if I can help with the T-29 against the T-34. But at the same time, I do not want to get caught out by enemy tanks. So I don't go after the T-54, but I do line the shot up on the 122-54 and hit him once, and then he disappears. So backing up, I cannot drive across that gap. T-29 is up there face to face with the T-34. Whoever gets the next shot off was going to win that one. T-29, good on him. Great job that he did there. So we are winning. And in fact, if you look at the mini-map, you'll see we have a T-54 Mod 1 and a Panther in the down near their cap. I guess they're hunting the artillery, but they're not having much luck. But at the same time, I'm paying attention to what's going on around me. And I'd already spotted that T-29, so I'm coming around to go after him. And he is on one-shotable status. And no, don't quite have an angle on him. Okay, that's all right. Fired once, missed. I need a little bit of time to reload, so let's just go ahead and get up close, see if I can bounce a shot, and I donk another shot. Okay, not a problem. I bounced that shot from him, so he might be using the. No, it looks like he was using the big gun, but anyway, I finished him off with no damage, which is about all I could ask for at that point. So we've got the Panther in the enemy cap. And the T-54 and the SU-14-2 were last spotted just around that corner. The 122-54 was spotted across the valley, and there's the artillery taking a blind shot at me. Not unreasonably, but I think he would have been better served trying to drop one into his cap. But coming out here, and I'm noticing, the tortoise is not taking fire. And no damage at all. That means nobody was there to shoot at him. So I entertained the motion of going around the backside with him, which is not a bad idea. Again, in case he runs into the T-54 or the 122-54. But then I notice, well, there's the 122-54. He just killed our Panther. So I turn around and I start heading back the other way. I'm going to go ahead and go through the middle because I'm willing to bet that the 122-54 is not alone. The T-54 is somewhere nearby him, and sure enough, there he is. So I've got to get back, get over there, try to help our Mod 1 as quickly as I can. And he actually puts a couple of good hits into the T-54. So again, good job on him. But I don't know what he was sniffing around for over there. So anyway, I'm looking at again, watch the mini-map. That's the important thing here. And, oh, hello. What are you doing there? So, now, you'll notice I'm using my premium ammunition on this guy. That's because I loaded it because I do not want to take a chance on either of my shots bouncing off the T-54 or the 122-54. The tortoise is coming around, and he's moving, well, as quickly as the tortoise can, but he's just not going to get around very fast. And our T-54 Mod 1 finally goes down. But he did a good job and got them both down to one-shotable status. Although the Panther is correct, given the situation, he probably should have just gone ahead and capped rather than looking for the artillery. Now, let's go back to the artillery kill I had a moment ago. The arty, I wasn't too worried about him shotgunning me because if you noticed, his gun was not pointed down. Yeah, he's got to lob it over, but given the angle he was at, I did not think he had a real shot. His better option would have been just to back up, and eventually the tortoise would have got him. So, anyway, coming back in here, I come peeking around the corner, and excuse me, looking forward, I pop up, pull back. 6th sense doesn't go off, so turn my gun to the direction I expect the enemy to be, and I honestly did not know he was there. Got him with the snapshot. He came racing down the hill. I don't think he was expecting me to be there. So, pull forward. Now, where's that 122-44? If he was up on top of the hill, now's the time for him to rush down, although I can take a hit from him. If he's not on top of the hill, then he's probably in the valley to the east, Although, he's certainly fast enough to go all the way around. So I go ahead and I grab the wreck of the Panther, and I use that to get some cover. It's going to give me, it's making it a little bit harder for that gun to hit me. Although you know how that Russian accuracy works. And I'm again watching the minimap, and I'm looking in the G7 area to make sure, just waiting for something to pop up behind the tortoise. And if it does, I'm going to abandon the cap and go after it. I'm not going to let the tortoise just drive in here getting killed. But anyway, tortoise comes in, and I go on the chat, and I tell him to watch the other approach. And I thought he was looking at me thinking, all right, that I'm watching the eastern approach. But no, he's thinking I've got the western approach, and he drives all the way around me. So, with that in mind, I'll go watch the western approach. So I just ease forward a little bit. Oh, hello. Okay, and here's the stats. No badges over here. No Top Gun, no high caliber. And you'll see about that here in just a moment. Why I didn't pick that up, but I did pick up the Fire for Effect ribbon, fighter, duelist, bruiser, and of course an ace tanker badge there. 2,700 experience for my daily double there, and 5 kills. What's going on? Okay, 5 kills, and then a little bit more damage. A couple, a shot at the T-34, shot at the Super Pershing that bounced, but that's how it works out sometime. Now, going to the team score, 1,217 base experience with a little over 3,400 damage. But our tortoise did an excellent job as well, 3,200 damage and a kill, and everybody on the team contributed nicely. Even the artillery. Again, say what you want to about artillery. He picked up a couple kills that certainly helped the game out. But the big shout out for the match has to go to Theophrastus here, 122-54 driver. An excellent job on his part. Almost 6,000 damage. Fire for Effect, bruiser, arsonist, fighter, duelist, high caliber. There he goes, and the defender. 24 shots fired. A lot of it sniping. About a third of it sniping. So again, an excellent job. It's just when the end of the match rolled around, he didn't have the hit points that he needed to be able to come back and salvage the game. So anyway, how did I do? Well, 19 shots fired, 17 hits, 14 pins, 1,200 damage blocked by armor, and that's something I will say. I do like the Tiger II better than the T-29. If I'd been caught in the open in my T-29 versus the enemy T-29 and that 4190, I would be on very, very low health, I think, by the time that encounter had ended, if not actually destroyed. The Tiger II, I pulled back, angled the armor, wiggled the armor when I could, and I was actually able to bounce shots effectively. So anyway, I did fire 4 premium rounds, and again, I don't like to spam the premium rounds. I like to use the regular ammo as much as I can. But I will load premium when those shots absolutely have to count. So again, 4 premium rounds, that cost me a little bit, so I ended up only with the 2,700 credit profit on that. So I guess that's it. So not particularly outstanding gameplay. I mean, it wasn't like a last minute stand against everybody. It was just good, solid gameplay, getting the fundamentals right, getting the basics right, and that got me that mastery badge. So, hope you enjoyed it, and I guess I will talk to you later. Bye.